cut out from the chatter and come to Clubhouse. But yes, I'm there. I'm still there. But there are people, most of the time, 70% people are very good. But 30% people, they are pride, they have pride, I don't know how they attitude, they judge people by their name, by their religion. Yeah. But as far the education is very good, because I meet people from Africa, from England, from Canada, and they speak very kindly and very humble way.
Well said.
It almost sounds like this app.
No. I heard black people are not around. No, personally, I have seen a lot of people, black people. Yeah.
Okay, besides that, I was just saying that kind of describes people. 30% are the stinkers, maybe less than that. And then there's the other percentage that are nice, and you get to meet people all over the world. Okay, I mic up.
Wait, I was in the chat, and all I heard was black people with this accent. What about black people? I probably shouldn't ask, because Lord knows I don't care. But I'm just curious. Chapter, what about blacks? What the blacks do now?
And to be honest, I have talked. I have very friendly conversation with African people, and they were not originally from Africa, but yes, they were blacks, and they were very kindly, and they have created their own rooms. Like Kitty, she has a shop, a barber shop, and she has a lot of friends in the rooms. The room was full of people from Canada, England, a lot of people, and also. One thing I have seen there that right now, maybe last week or the day before yesterday, that there were some issues arising in America that black were treated in a different way. So most of the time there's a debate, there is a news, I don't know, Jonathan or someone who debate on this topic, like they're discussing they have debates on black and red Indian, something like that.
So I ended up saying that African blacks are lovely and American blacks are sketchy. Thank you, Mike, because I'm sitting here like, Lord Jesus, translate for me. I don't understand what's happening. Michael, thank you. Thank you to a white American man. Mike, can you tell me where does that leave me? Where do I live? I'm not sure, but he did say that it was really professional over there, and I think one reason is they don't name their rooms after vaginas. Interesting. You know what they also do over there? They allow one guy, a very dishonest guy, Jonathan Bing, to have a monopoly of the app. They've created an algorithm that puts everybody in proximity with the worst mod on that entire app. I was excited about the possibilities of new features, but I will say, I have returned back to Clubhouse with a vengeance. I'm loving the new features. I'm loving the fact that there is a chat feature. I like the fact that they're still investing in maintaining good audio quality. I think that this app is back in such a major way. And so, like, I'm glad to be back home here on Clubhouse. I've tried them all. I've tried Spaces. I've tried Fanbase. I've tried Chatter. There's no better experience anywhere in the world when it comes to social audio than Clubhouse. And we're happy to have you. We're glad you're back, man.
I kind of am.
I will say the one thing that I'm really loving about this app, especially like with where it's at today, is that I feel like the feedback that people give are being listened to. That was a big critique that people had of like, are they even listening? And like people were saying, hey, I wish they would have I wish we would have a polling feature. And then boom, voila, we have a polling feature. I think they're actually listening. They're rolling things out thoughtfully, and they're listening. The only thing that I wish they would consider is like a mirrors room where clearly like sex trafficking and terror support is happening. Unless it's a honeypot that allows law enforcement agencies to listen into that room, they might want to police it a little bit better. But again, maybe they're on a whole other level and working with law enforcement to identify the bad actors, but there's literal sex trafficking and terror plots that are happening in a mirrors room. And I don't say that hyperbolically. I'm saying that there's recordings and there's live streaming onto other platforms such as YouTube. And I know it's been reported, but I think maybe there's powers that be that are allowing for this. And maybe the good news is there will be arrests that come from it. But it is, if you guys, I don't go check it out. You don't need to go listen to it. But yeah, sex trafficking and terror plots happening. So hopefully the bad guys get what they got coming.
Mojo, you said that you like Clubhouse, you prefer Clubhouse.
And it's not even close. It's not even. I've tried every other app, and the audio quality here is so much better. That, like, if we're being honest, because I'm petty. I'll be honest. I'll own my faults. I'm a petty person. I can get annoyed and then say, okay, I'm gonna fuck this place. I'm gonna go try something else. After trying everything else, sometimes you just have to come home to some home cooked meals, and when you return home, there's nothing like mother's home cooked meal. Clubhouse is the mother's home cooked meal of social audio.
Okay, that's great because you have friend here. You meet here. You have people here whom you are making conversation. That's why and also I also realized because it's been a long time. I was not come to Clubhouse because of some problems. Because of whenever I come to Clubhouse, most of the time I meet people. They have random conversation, purpose, use this. So it's very difficult to find a perfect person for for conversation. So this room is
No, I love it. And by the way, I was one of the first 100 people on that other app that you were mentioning, that I won't mention by name again, but I was one of the first 100 people. And the founder over there, I don't have a problem with. What I do have a problem with is that the entire app is centered around one person's room. And I think the beauty of this app is that you can go in the hallway and you can find diverse discussions. This room is small in comparison. There's like Persian rooms that are huge and thriving on this app. There's Indian rooms that are huge and thriving on this app. This app offers something for everyone, and you can't find that elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. Because you said courage because I have also feel such thing like one room has colonized by one person and he is running the whole room like he's commanding people. You should need to listen more than speaking.
Speaking of diversity, I have a comment that has nothing to do with diversity, but a chapter question. Are you familiar with the begonia rex in India? What? The begonia rex. Is that like a popular plant? Monty, not you.
Sorry, I don't know.
No? Okay. That's a very popular begonia here in the United States, native to India. Just hat tip to India.
Where are you from? India?
No. Yes, you can eat some begonias. You can. There are some begonias that you can eat. Not all of them. Not the begonia rex.
Okay. That's great. did you say? That's what you said. Yes.
It's okay. Sorry, yeah. It's a plant. The best plant, begonia. Is it the family? Yeah.
It's a family?
The family is the Begoniaceae, and then the genus is the begonia, and then the species, 2,000 species of begonia. Begonias.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Serenity wants to see my begonias. I'm going to show you my begonias. I'm going to show you my begonias. Hold, please.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to pass on seeing your begonia.
You're missing out then. I have it on excellent authority that Venus begonias are the best.
Wow. Look, I'm big when it comes to scent, and I'm struggling to imagine a pleasant scent.
So, Chapter, you voted for Healthy Debates as the best moderated house on Clubhouse. Why is that, Chapter?
Perhaps he likes spaces in which white people are not allowed.
Personally, I vote for the least popular vote selection so I can make the whole distribution even. My friend told me that this morning. He does, so.
So, PTR, I'd like to draw your attention to Exhibit A. These are my personal begonias that I'm raising myself. If you look towards the back of the little greenhouse, there's a pink plant, the pink leaves. That is a begonia rex. Very beautiful indeed.
That is the begonia that you can't eat because it's toxic.
Potentially, yeah. I don't think that they're toxic. They might be. These might be. Yes, these are not the begonias that are edible. The begonias that are edible are like the flowering
Can I just say that Akima doesn't eat begonia?
Oh, okay.
Bima, those are some beautiful pink begonias you got there.
It was after he listened to Easy that he gave up eating begonia.
Not too much on Easy E.
Yeah, where is Mr. Yap? That guy was great. Michael Yap, Clubhouse legend. He should have been an icon. He would get on stages, and his advocacy was for your health and wellness by eating flowers. He was one of the more unique people on this.
I like him.
Yeah, did you ever hear that story about how he lost in the jungle for 3 months and he lived by eating flowers?
Really?
The trees.
Was anybody here last night when we got the musical interlude by Abdul?
Yes.
So for those who aren't familiar with Abdul is the longest running troll, most consistent troll that this app has ever had. He raises his hand immediately upon coming in the room, and if you bring him in, doesn't matter if you're having a conversation or not, he bursts into song as he unmutes himself. He speaks a language that I don't speak, so I have no idea what the words are. But we went deep into the B-side catalog of Abdul's material. We even got him to participate in chat. He put the word fuck, no context, he just wrote fuck in the chat. And then at one point he started laughing. We never heard him laugh before. What is happening here? What's going on? Okay.
I think he was jealous.
Okay. I'm good.
Guy, Moyo. Sorry for interruption. So, can I ask you where are you from? Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
actually, I they were originally from Africa or something like that. Was talking that like were not allowed on theater. So that time like
Mike, can you translate this for me, please?
yeah, when I was talking to them, theater, they were their conversation were very hard. Their language, their accent, and you people are speaking very clearly.
Yeah, he wants to know where all the black people are from on Clubhouse because they speak with what he thinks is a weird accent, and he doesn't understand them. Well, I think that we're going to get into dangerous territory here, and I'm just going to shut down this conversation because I want everyone to feel welcome in this space. Thank you.
Mojo,
Shirley, how you doing? Shirley, did you survive yesterday?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm going to give you my take on this. That young man, I don't, I'm probably, it's just, everybody knows I'm probably old enough to be his mother.
Yeah, well, hold on. We have to be careful and make sure we don't violate rule number 9. But go ahead, continue. I'll let it slide.
Yes, I was in a wildfire, and he was between me and death. He would come save me, and he just, some days, you gotta vent. And when you're a girl, you should never get in the middle of a fist fight, physically or verbally. And I shouldn't have gotten in the middle of that.
Well, Shirley, I would not blame yourself for that. Some people don't know how to show respect towards women. I think that there was people that were treated inappropriately, and I will make sure that in the future, those types of things don't happen in the muff.
Well, that is one of the reasons why you are Mojo. Did you know that that's a big term in West Texas? And there was a football team in Midland, and oh my God, Odessa. And Odessa had Mojo. And so I have very, fond feelings towards your new nickname.
I'm going to be changing it soon. I'm leaning towards Catfish Jones, but I can be walked off of that. If you guys have any suggestions, please submit them in the back channel, and I'll consider.
Not the back channel.
Raphael Sabatini.
What's Valentino? Is it Valentino is the new AI Grok male companion on X? Valentino? How about Maverick?
Lawrence Fishburne. Have you guys ever seen 1,000 Clowns?
No.
Well, I have, but it's been a while since we've gotten 1,000 people in this room. But we're working to get back to those numbers.
If anyone's interested, you can YouTube it. It's an old classic, so it's black and white, and it's called 1,000 Clowns. And I gotta tell you, it is my favorite movie.
Do they all come out of this little car?
No, it has actually nothing to do with clowns. Wait, no, I take that back.
Which movie, Bima?
1,000 Clowns. I'm gonna link it in the chat.
Wait, hold on, Chapter. Can you come on mute again? I feel like I heard a rattlesnake in the background. Can you do that again?
Mojo, I got a question for you. I believe in defending women as well, and I love being surrounded by beautiful women. But I have also read a lot of cult material and observed cults. I'm just wondering, in the muff, like if you are a cult leader surrounded by beautiful women, why does that natural formation seem to happen with strong, intelligent, liberated men?
Well, let's see.
Forgot Viral.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta mute.
Is it night where you are? I'm really digging the cicadas.
Mojo, actually, I am residing in hostel. In my hostel, there are trees like we can say a jungle, forest. So that's why it's almost a midnight. Well, 11:54 p.m. So midnight, and I'm, I have no words right now. It's the end of my chapter.
Can I just say that I am pleased that you found this room. I'm pleased that you joined. I'm pleased that you raised your hand. And I'm pleased that you're sharing, because I feel like you're offering a unique perspective. Typically, when we get together, a lot of us know each other, and we do things like we read books together. John, can you tell him about the book that we read yesterday? Maybe he would be interested in future book readings.
Yeah, chapter. We read this amazing Chinese philosophical, political wisdom, mystical book called The Tao Te Ching, or the Book of Changes, or The Great Way by Lao Tzu from 2,300 years ago. I think today, perhaps we might be reading a book, but I gotta say, I gotta get out of my office, do more stretching, do more exercise, get more sun, more love, more air, more freedom. But, chapter maybe...
It's going to be tough to squeeze in a book read today. We've got like the Brad Keegan pregame. Then there's going to be the showdown. It's going to be tough. We will be doing the rational discussion group, led by the wisest man on all of Clubhouse, Anson Burlingame, and Moose. Hopefully, you will participate. Today's topic is great. We're asking the question: if is TDS an appropriate term to refer to progressive sentiment towards Donald Trump?
Great topic.
I'm getting pinged into the showdown.
Is the showdown happening now? Well, listen, I do not want this room to exist, as a distraction from greater things. So why don't we do this? Why don't we all mosey on down to the showdown? And we'll circle back at the rational discussion group, which will start at
on this app. Who said they met me on this app? Bradley, you made a claim. Back up your claim, please. Who said they met me in person?
Where is she? Jazzy, who is that woman that came in and said she met him?
I'm not sure. Someone claimed they met me in person?
Brad's bad.
All right, well, that's another.
Brad is bad.
There's someone. All right, I don't know if you guys know this. And this is a very late Gen X, early Boomer type of way of thinking, which is like this narcissistic way of thinking, which is I'm going to make a claim or a promise and never follow through. And a lot of older people do this. I've noticed this. They make claims or promises and they go through. And so he's making all these claims. And I asked, who's the person? I don't know. Do you have the proof that I said that by your deceased? No, I don't, but I know you said it. Okay, I guess. I don't. What do you want me to do? I don't know.
So we have 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Are we playing the clip at 3 o'clock? Or
we have
2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes until the clip will be played.
Okay. All right.
I will be starting a room. I probably should go start it now. I will be starting a room.
So you moved us from room to room?
You guys are following me. What do you mean? You guys are following me. I'm not trying to move room to room. You guys are following me before 3 p.m. I made it very clear.
The title says Keegan versus Brad. 3
That's not.
p.m.
I didn't make the title. This is not my room. I was just a mod.
Again, the cloud chasing, Jazzy. That's what
you guys are the ones making it.
He wants the room.
B-Rad, vote for Brad.
I gotta start. I'm gonna go start.
You're gonna beat him, Keegan.
All right, before we go, everyone put a 1 in the chat if you think Keegan is right, and
He's a
put in
bad
the chat
man, bro.
if you think Brad is right.
The poll
1 for Keegan. Oh, I didn't update my app on this phone. I gotta get on the other phone to do the poll. Yeah. But for the people that didn't update, can I get a 1 for Keegan and a 2 for Brad, please? All right, so we got
Brad, 1 for Keegan.
A man who has good shit.
Yeah, well, that's typical Keegan, typical Brad. I mean, it's the same never-ending stupid drama. Nothing is new under the sun in Clown House. I hope everyone realizes that every day is just like every other day.
Yup, you can. I confirm. But you know what? There's some other new things happening.
Well, I think the only new scene is reading a book because, like, if everybody was a book, it's the same book every day. And unless somebody reads a book on this app, you'll never break the vicious cycle of people just booking themselves. That's it. It's like buying a ticket to a performance, to see, just say, Chris Rock. It's like watching Chris Rock every day. It's like if you want new material or a new script, you're gonna have to bring books into the equation on this app. Otherwise, it literally is just a repeat of every other Clown House day. It's nothing new under the sun.
I kind of, if like I did, I don't think you were here, so forgive me if you were. I wish I could. So there's actually a lot of really good feedback in the room chat. And Roger makes fun of me when I call it the back channel because he's all like a burger. and so is and Dippity. She's, oh my god, two biggest burger. So funny. But anyway, so the room channel, I wish I could record it because when you're talking about books, the coolest thing about books is you're able to then build ideas and build minds. And I think that losing the room chat is sad. Because I'm like, there's so many really good ideas that are shared. And they're so funny. People are so funny. Anyway, it's just, I kind of feel like, oh my gosh, it's all documented and everybody has to do this. I guess we'll just have to rely on them.
Yeah, if you actually break down what Brad is saying, because he says it so quickly and it's hard to even remember what he says, but if you actually listen to the clip yesterday of him and you break down the death threats, if you were to just create a still of, say a 6-second clip, or it sounds so bad and so horrible that you don't want to think about it, let alone you don't even want to go back and re-listen to somebody screaming, vulgarities, profanities, and death threats. So it's like, people are here for this short-term dopamine drama game. I'm surprised he has as many followers as he has because of all the death threats and that his profile is actually even still active. But I think that's because people probably don't report him because they play with him, and I can see it from his perspective that if you were to listen to all the things that have been said against him because his wife has passed on and people say these horrible, vulgar, profane things to him about his wife or his children, like he is on an aggressive stance, and he does call out all these things. So it's like to judge him but not judge the environment or the audience or the other speakers is ludicrous because many people who are criticizing him have also, made profane remarks about him. So it's hard to know who is right and wrong. But, if you are an intelligent human being, you essentially disengage from this and pick up what's called a book. Because instead of using a sword and a hammer and an axe to go to war with people on this app, you should just use a book, because it de-escalates you, it de-escalates them. And there's no winners in this. So it's really like an insane anger management test simulator that people are being victimized in.
Yes, I concur. And I don't know, I would say, okay, so yes, and I have learned to better myself through it. I have learned
owning, because when this began, I was dealing with I was healing and I had been hurt, and it was not okay for me to act like I'm not. It wasn't okay. It was justified, but not okay. And I have thus learned since and done better. And I'm still doing that. So people can use it how they need to. And I don't like, just for me, I don't like the dopamine. I mean, I definitely like the dopamine of like talking to people and having friends that are kind and contribute to my day. Yeah, conflict, no thank you. No thank you. But that's just me. That's all I have. I don't have anything more to say.
And I'm not defending anybody, and I'm not complimenting anyone either. I think just like
I know.
the records that I record, are enough. And I do like the rule about not bringing drama into this room because it forces you to be topical in the now as opposed to these low-hanging dopamine games.
Yes, like that's the kind of stuff that we need to write down. That's the kind of stuff that's very important. And that's why I get wishy-washy with should we have room chat or should we not? Because it does make people, if we don't have room chat, it does make people focus on what's spoken and what's going on stage. However, I do love it. I really love room chat.
I think if it's available, you should do it because people who want to have thoughts and get their thoughts out of their head, the room chat is where to do it. And to deny people that, I think is stupid. People come here to get their dopamine. Let them get their dopamine, even if it's in the chat.
And I just want to laugh too. Like Christy said in her, she wants to just sometimes come into rooms and just laugh because of the things that people say. I concur. I need to drink more water. Also, here's a friendly hydration reminder. Everybody drink water.
CP.
Quick. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead. I was going to say something about water.
I was just going to say something very quick. Quickly, I'm surprised by these people that I'm going to use the term banging, that are banging. Don't notice how the platform has them behaving probably in a way that is not core to their nature, or I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt. That is not their nature. And it's almost like with any sort of thing, like alcohol, for example, when it changes your personality, when you become a different person when you're, let's say, drinking, it's time to step back and maybe contemplate this coping mechanism or just the use of it recreationally if it actually changes your personality when you begin to drink. I think Clubhouse is similar in that way. Like if it changes your personality and has you disconnected from source, you maybe might want to consider putting it down for a period of time or using it differently.
Yeah, how does it, what is it bringing out in you? And of course that can be, there's so many nuances of that too. Like what rooms are you using? Who are you interacting with? Are you letting people get your go? Things like that. Yeah. And I think that's what I learned too. I started hanging out with people. Yeah, I didn't like who I was in those particular rooms. But I think you did hear me when I talked about I went into certain rooms on a purpose. I won't go into the room. But I did go into them intentionally to better myself and to learn, even if it was like crash and burn, which Roger likes to. He likes to remove me once in a while of my crashing and burning, and it's all good too. Yeah. I think you're right. It is like about And actually, I did do that. I did take a sabbatical from it in February for Lent because I was just kept on feeling badly, and I'm like, I just needed to get away from it. I needed to have a fast, so I understood like just not take it so seriously, and also to be more mindful of when I am interacting. The end.
You may or may not be able to hear me. I'm on a bad location, but yeah, there's other nutrition on the plate, right? The platform is not all bad. It's what you seek from it. I've benefited from the peace of other people. Certainly, John, you included. Just you get to pick up and put down what you like, and so if you're looking for something more healing and peaceful, and it can come in the most odd, strange ways. It doesn't need to be like in some hippy-dippy room or anything like that. But there's a lot to offer. So you don't have to reach for the toxic beverage, which is sort of conflict. There's a lot of different things that you can experiment with. But it's not all bad. It's how you use it. But you got to watch your own behaviors. It's hard to have a perspective on yourself. It's like the one place we have a blind spot. We see out our own eyes, but we don't often have the ability to sort of truly, objectively step back and look at our own thinking, our own mental models, and get a separate perspective.
I concur. And it's so much more entertaining while we live. But that can also be distracting. I'm caught off guard sometimes.
Can I say, having said all that, I might be inclined. I might be inclined to go up out of this room for a second and go get a dopamine hit real quick.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. I'm surprised that. And if anybody wants to close it down, that's completely fine. I don't care to go into that other room. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it because.
Yeah, of course. Go.
When I can be a hypocrite, I like to do so. Do as I say, not as I do.
Frolic forth with my blessing.
Yeah, honestly, I would rather listen to silence than a lot of these heated conversations on this app.
Okay, I guess we'll keep it open. And if you have any thoughts, meanwhile, totally share them. Feel free to do so.
But the room title is called Breaking Brad. Breaking Bad. It's kind of a funny title.
No. Oh, no. That's so cool. I really like it. I'm not a
person. Second of all, if anyone didn't hear in the clip, Brad said when your daughter turns 18, I'll break her in. He didn't say anything about sleeping with the 2-year-old child. I was going to mind my business, but because I was used, I feel like I should now speak up and tell the truth. Brad didn't say anything about raping or sexually assaulting a 2-year-old child. He said an 18-year-old child will be broken in. Okay? I rest my mic, and I thank you all for allowing me to speak. Thank you, Jasmine.
Jazzy, my point isn't that, and yeah, sure, I'm being a little facetious when I say, oh, my 2-year-old daughter who when she turns 18. My point is that he's lying about it now. He's saying he didn't say this. He's saying it's about OnlyFans. We all heard the clip now. He said, when she turns 18, I'm gonna break her in and I'll videotape it. That's much different than OnlyFans. Is it not, Jazzy? Did he now not lie twice?
I just don't understand, and I don't even care if it was, because somebody on this app, Randy McDickerson, has said something similar like this about my daughter. We're trying to say, well, he didn't say that he would rape the kid. He just said, regardless, these people are talking about minors. Like, my daughter's 11. Keegan, I'm not going to say how old your daughter is. So, why are we just saying, it's okay because they didn't say, they said willingly. He said they would do it willingly. But why are we talking to little kids like that in general?
Okay, hold on, we have a cue. We have a cue. And I'm sorry, did you land, Ed?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Keegan, any response to Ed before we move to Steve?
Yes, my phone, I'm working in the heat right now, guys. It's very hot. My phone's kind of laggy. That's my first time doing a poll. I just noticed that it's just, I was trying to do, is Brad a good guy? Can you fix this poll? I'm annoyed now that I see that. But yeah, my phone's off.
Wait, what do you want the poll to say?
Is Brad a good guy? I don't know. It's grammatically wrong.
That's okay. That's all right. Hooked on Finance works for everybody.
No, fix it, please.
Is Brad a good guy? Okay, let's see. How can we do this? I think I have to end the poll, don't I?
Yeah, you're going to have to redo the poll.
All right, so Steve, go ahead while I redo the poll.
Thank you, and I'll only need 2 minutes. Hello, everybody. So I was in the room yesterday when
Should we give him 2 minutes, or are we following the rules?
Oh, I thought 120 seconds was specified. If not, just tell me how much time I have.
You got.
Thank you. So I was in the room yesterday, and then I was listening to Keegan 5 minutes ago, and I listened very carefully to the audio recording. As some people have already indicated, and probably most people will agree, half of that recording really, you don't understand what's going on. The other half is. I'll give Keegan the benefit of the doubt on the half of the recording that was clear, and Brad said something like, when your daughter turns 18, fine. But the way I understood what Keegan was saying 5 minutes ago, he was claiming that Brad said, I'm going to do whatever to your daughter now, who is 2 years old. I didn't hear anything like that. So I just wanted to say what was already said. Do your best when possible to make a better recording. But even the part about 18 and OnlyFans, that was somewhat clear, but not quite. The only reason I wanted to come up was to give my opinion on the actual recording.
Thank you, Steve. Next, we have XG.
Yeah, so I want to get rid of one thing there first, because when you said and implied that there was grooming things inside of there, I'm sorry, but saying that it's saying that, hey, your daughter turns 18, I'm going to film a fucking video with her, put her on OnlyFans. It's not fucking grooming. It's not like he's talking to her while she's like a fucking teenager, slowly getting her ready and prepping her to fuck him. Like, no, that's completely, you're completely misusing what the word grooming actually means here. So sorry. Him saying that is not crazy. And when you say, well, he's talking about fucking my daughter when she's 18 and OnlyFans, isn't that two completely different things? No. It's all related. He said he was going to fuck her when she was 18 and record it so they could post it and it would be her first OnlyFans video. I'm not sure if you're a little slow, but the joke is really easy to understand there. Daughter turns 18, we fuck, I record, she posts, she's OnlyFans equals whore. It's not that difficult to understand. It's a very elementary level joke. Like, I'm sorry, but if we're getting this fucking press over that being said, when I've heard both of you say both more egregious shit in other rooms politically about other groups of people or other people in their families' lives, et cetera, I'm so sorry, but it really just sounds like somebody's pressed and somebody's pissed because they got hit with a harder punch than they threw initially. That's all it is. Like, we need to grow the fuck up and drop it at this point because there's nothing in there that seems like it's contradicting what Brad said. Brad said he was talking about OnlyFans. Yeah, we heard it in the clip. We explicitly heard him say those words. The only use that clip did for you was show Brad beating your ass. That was it. I'm not sure what the clip was supposed to do. If it's supposed to make us jump in shock, even though we've heard a ton of other crazier shit get said on this app and platform, especially by one of your moderators. I was like, Pepe, this is no shade at you, but Pepe said way crazier shit than anything that was said in that clip. I promise you he has. And we're completely fine with him being a mod here, and we're completely fine with him being the neutral party, which I don't have an issue with, right? But then if you're going to go ahead and hold this to the end of the world, go ahead and hold that same smoke for Pepe being a mod.
All right, next speaker.
Here's my rebuttal here to XG. Again, grooming, just so everyone understands terminology, there's multiple terminologies for grooming. Of course, yes, the initial contact with an individual, continuing that contact until they're of age, and then having sex with them, of course, is grooming, or even before they're of age is grooming. The other part of grooming is sexualizing a child, then to say that they're going to have sex with them. He sexualized, my 2-year-old said, when she becomes of age, I'm going to bang her. He didn't even say put it on OnlyFans. Let's remember this. He never said, I'm going to put it on OnlyFans. He said, when your daughter turns of 18, I'm going to break her in, and I'm going to videotape it. So
30 seconds is up. 30 seconds is up.
May I ask a question?
Wait, just come on. Let me rebuttal to this.
Hold on. Wait, who was that? Marquise was next, but wait.
The rebuttal's also 30 seconds now.
Okay, let me ask Keegan something. Keegan, because this is your room, your space, you've just given me that honorary mod badge. Are we allowed to mod other people or no?
Who wants to be a moderator? I just want to be, again, very fair, partial people, or impartial people. Who wants to be a...
there's some requests that Jasmine and Shy be mod. No. It's okay. We're going to do our own room because I think to solve the problem, there's too many outside voices. I don't think all these people should be speaking. I was going to ask Keegan if he should maybe give a summary or synopsis of how we got here, why you even brought up the fact that he said this about your daughter, because he said this months ago and I did a recap on it. And now it's being brought back up. So maybe you can enlighten some of the people that don't know why, like tell them about the argument that got you here.
Yeah, and I did that a little bit earlier, but...
by the way, make sure you give props to In the Muff, because this all started again yesterday in the Muff.
Now, Keegan, if you're gonna do this rebuttal, you don't want to be timed, do you? Because you're trying to.
Let me kind of lay this out. And again, this isn't even about. It's not just about me, guys. Brad was saying egregious things to a lot of women. But the what he said about me and my family, my kids, is listen. He was saying some egregious things about my wife. And before this, the whole beef with Brad, because before me and Brad even had beef, about 2 years ago, Sig did a room on Masculine Mansion. And in the Masculine Mansion, we were talking about relationships and how traditional men should conduct themselves in a relationship. And what I said was that in a marriage or in a long-term relationship, you should want to be respectful to your partner. You should, and your partner should be respectful to you. And they should, and the essential question was, should you dictate what your woman wears in your relationship? And I said that if they want to be respectful towards you, you should be like, hey, you can't wear that out. That's too revealing. And I said that whores, like, you don't want to have your wife be dressing like a whore. And someone said, well, what does a whore dress like? And I said, and again, I probably shouldn't have mentioned someone's name who was on the stage. But I said, well, look at KK's PTO. She's dressed like a whore. So once I said that, Brad got really mad, got really upset. KK got really mad, got really upset. And to this day, I've had smoke with both of them. I haven't heard from KK for like a year, and then she finally started talking to me today.
Put your tampon in, Keegan. I'm about to bleed you.
Hold on, one mic. KK, love and respect, but just one mic. So, Keegan, the room not gonna work if you don't allow. Like, you can't just talk about people. This is what I'm saying. You gotta allow the chaos. The people are sick of you talking.
You told me to lay it out. Well, Dr. Jasmine, you said lay it out.
Well, lay it out quicker. That's all. Come on.
Well, that is the quick version. What else do you want me to say? I'm trying to lay it out.
Go ahead.
I'm not lying about what I'm saying. I'm not going to say, oh, King said this or KK said. I'm going to say what I said, and then we'll let to that point. I'm trying to be as honest as possible.
Okay, wait, hold on. Why isn't Brad coming up? I've invited him. I mean, he is the centerpiece. They want me to open the room. They're all gonna be pissed until I open the room. Oh, here he is. And I'm not going to. I don't want to do that. One mic.
Please allow my client to speak.
One mic. We have a queue. Marquise wants to speak next. Who would like to go after Marquise? Okay. Marquise.
I mean, Brad is.
Yeah, we should definitely get Brad in there.
Yeah, hold on. We'll let Marquise go, and then Brad can provide his submission. Go.
Number one, all right, Brad did not say he's going to fuck this kid right now. He said, I'm going to wait until this kid is 18, then I will fuck her. That being the legal age, right? And that's the joke. He's literally saying it as a fuck you to you. He's not being literal. And if you're really taking that as being literal, that's the problem. It's getting too fucking petty. XG was on point with everything. And I think that with that clip and with the quality included, it was made to make Brad look like shit. But in reality, it was so garbled, everybody still has questions. And I'll land.
Okay, now we're going to let Brad speak. And Brad, Pepe and or Poochie are keeping a timer.
No, don't time Brad. No, let Brad.
Don't time Brad? Okay.
Get Brad at least let's go 3.5, 4 minutes.
This is all about Brad and Keegan. Why are all these other people?
Yeah, I agree. I think we should let Keegan and Brad go back and forth, and then Poochie said that he's going to do the timer, which I'm very glad. That means I don't have to do it, and so we'll just keep the peace.
You know what? I'd be happy to go down to the audience and make space for other people. I'll do that right now.
Bring as many people as they want.
People are not here for peace.
Okay,
They're here for chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if anybody doesn't want to be on the stage, you can go ahead and go back to the goo. That's no problem. No one will be offended.
I'll stay up. Just let me know if you want me to go back.
I think everyone should just let Brad and Keegan have it right now, because the chaos will let through as soon as they start talking.
Yeah. They can't do that if everyone keeps speaking.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why we have all these extra voices. I just don't understand why we have all these extra voices. Go ahead.
So, before I get in and pack up Keegan for the 15th time today alone, I just want to promote, for those of you that think Keegan wins these crash out battles or these battleground fucking verbal assaults, you need to participate in Cray's course. He has a course that will teach you how to bang properly. Some of you need fucking help. I would recommend it. Cray is an OG. He's held those spaces. He's ran them well. I promote his course, I believe, for $99. He will teach you how to come up with a catchphrase, a model, and he will teach you the subtle art of banging on Clubhouse. With that said, I'm going to go after Keegan here and the cuck that he is for the 15th time today. So as you probably listened to the clip, you will hear in the very beginning, although it's garbled, you can make it out where it says, oh, you want to talk about kids or daughters? I believe it says daughters. I believe I stated, you want to talk about my daughters? And then I proceed to take him down to the 7th ring of hell. I am not a nice guy. I don't really fucking care one way or the other. And Keegan, being the softest of what any male version could be, is a guy that probably, again, lets other men own him, nut on him, and then he sits there and asks daddy for another. He's the same guy that probably lets his wife, fuck other guys while he's jerking off and begs to lick the stain off the sheet. This is Keegan's mentality. He's gone around this app. He's called KK whores. He's called Jazzy whores. He's called Shy Shy. He's attacked multiple women's children. If you don't know who Shy Shy is, he definitely attacked her kids. He's done this repeatedly under the guise of Christian nationalism. He's anything but a fucking Christian. I've heard from Christians on here. I actually respect those of you that have that faith. And they don't try to fucking make it into a nationalist movement. But Keegan is Keegan, and he says his brain just developed at 26, which is really fucking weird. But, okay. Keegan plays this audio recording, but he leaves off the parts we'd anticipated, such as saying my daughters were raised by whore, calling KK all sorts of names, doing his shtick, and then he wants to be the bitch that he is. He's the one that wants to hide behind somebody else, slap in the back of the head, and then duck out. And this is Keegan's MO. And again, this shtick has been done. So Keegan, I get it. You're upset. You probably have problems at home. Your wife went to the continent of Africa, had a fucking great time. She had her ribs rearranged. Her entire fucking stomach is now in her throat after that gangbanging orgy. And I get it. You're upset. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't have that? I mean, you're just an oil change person at fucking Walmart, and you haven't really amounted to life. I mean, you really haven't done anything. And I can promise you, if you're anywhere near kids, I'm probably betting that kid's going to end up like Jordan Peterson's fucking kids, batshit fucking crazy, nuts, and not even fucking in the world of reality. You don't have to worry about some guy breaking her out. She's going to be on OnlyFans the minute she turns 18, showing her fucking vagina. And as far as what Ann said earlier about like trying to come at and say, oh, this is so predatory, let's not forget Ann held the room saying that I'm an evil person. However, when they were threatening to kidnap her kid, it wasn't her boyfriend she called. She came to me, and I offered her help. I offered her a home. I offered her money. I offered her to build a cabin to protect her. She didn't get that because she lied about it. So again, I have to
build her a cabin to protect her.
Anything else? Because like this is boring after what, a few hours. This is already redundant. This is fucking mind-numbingly bored. And Keegan, put bass in your voice. You sound like fucking Urkel. Like, drop your balls, actually have some fucking spine, and stand up. Maybe you would get a modicum of respect. But right now, you sound like a Christian cuck who just believes that you're going to get everything after you die. Anything else? Is there anything else I need to address with the court?
That was a perfect 4 minutes. So do we want to keep it at that time frame, Keegan?
Keegan needs to tell the room. Hello?
It should only be me and Brad right now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but I'm saying, can you tell the room what you want to achieve from this room?
Get his ass whooped publicly. Fuck you, Keegan.
Real quick though.
Wait, one mic on Keegan, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the thing. And my point is not that I care that Brad said this. Brad says the most egregious things of all time. Like, we all know this. Brad goes, I'm not willing to stoop this low. I'm not willing to say the things about his daughters and what I know personally about him. I'm not willing to do that. Right? He can say that I said these things. He doesn't have any of these clips. Again, everyone can go actually listen to the 3-hour replay in it's Oscar's house called Dr. Jazzy's Recap. Go listen to it. And guess what? You can make the determination on whether or not what I said was egregious. All I did was say, Brad is my dad's age. My dad, first of all, would never even be on an app like this, but my dad definitely wouldn't say these things at all. And I guess Brad can be like, well, your dad's not a man. I mean, maybe. I guess he can say that. I would say, my dad's done probably more things than Brad. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. It's just weird that this is my dad's age, and I'm talking to him about this. What I want to get from this is that Brad is not a man of his word.
Can you just get to the point and stop stuttering?
Brad, please. I didn't talk about your list the whole time. I guess I could, because we all can hear it. You can say that you don't have a speech impediment. I can hear the list, buddy. I can hear it. What I want to say is that what I want to get from this is that Brad's not a man of his word. Until we heard the clip, Brad wouldn't say that he did say that he wanted to have sex with my daughter when she turns 18. He said that, no, I wanted her to be on OnlyFans. Well, now you're changing it, and now you know that he did say that. And it doesn't matter about the context in it. You've been lying about that for the last day. And then the second thing is that, again, he's not a man of his word. He has multiple. Number one is that he says that
You're stuttering, bro. Get your facts.
KK, What I mean, mods. If another person gets on mic, drop them down to the goo.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
All right, guys.
Shut up. All right, we're opening the room now. Fuck this.
Go open the room. Oh my gosh. So
wait. What's the goal? They're opening up a room to talk about the Brad and Keegan situation, but Brad and Keegan are in here.
Yeah, they want to talk about it on their terms.
No, it's because people want violence. They don't want to hear this boring ass.
Yeah,
especially when it's bitching and crying.
I love that black girl.
Okay, wait, one mic on
Being honest, bro.
One mic on Keegan. Go ahead.
You don't want to debate. You would rather a crash out. Let's have go out and crash out.
Because we've all established the debate's fucking done. You look retarded, dude. That's about it.
Okay, guys.
Hopefully we won.
So I'm gonna. Okay, look. I have people over. I'm just casually listening now. I'm just gonna start. I have my eyes on several people. Okay, we don't need the ankle biters. We do not need the people giving in their 2 fucking cents. We don't care. Literally, nobody wants to hear you guys. Nothing you say adds any value to the conversation. It's not even entertaining. So I'm just going to start kicking people. When you guys start doing that, just shut your fucking mouths and let Keegan and Brad go back and forth. And that's that.
Pepe, just like I can't do this stuttering thing for 20 minutes at a time. Like, I mean, if he's going to,
you say you're a man of your word, though, Brad. You say you're a man of your word, Brad. You don't pay your bets. You lie about what you say. So will you now say that you said that you were going to bang my daughter?
Hold on, Brad. Stand
like
down.
2 things I want from Brad is for Brad to confirm whether or not he truly did say he was going to bang my daughter when she turns 18, and then whether or not he actually owes $1,000 to Diogenes Spooner. Brad, can you say yes or no to those questions?
Sure, I'm definitely now, even more so, I am definitely going to help produce it. I'm sure there's a bunch of guys on here that will gladly help me crowdfund this to make sure that your daughter has the best when she is of age. She will have the best porn production that exists on the planet. We will do some Playboy raunchy stuff.
Sounds classy.
Hey, we're going to make a classy porn.
He's my dad's age, everyone.
Dude, literally, shut the fuck up, Brad. Fuck you.
Guys, I don't want to move anybody to the audience. I don't want to move anybody because I understand that everybody has grievances, but if y'all talk over the main attractions, we're going to have to move people down. And I really don't want to do that because I understand everybody has something to say. But if anybody interrupts Brad and Keegan, we're going to have to. Who is that? You got to go. You got a problem? You got to go.
Nope, I ended up moving a few people down right now.
Well, yeah, so Brad, you still didn't answer the question. Did you or did you not say that you were going to bang my daughter? Yes or no? Easy answer for a man of his word. Bradley, speak now or forever hold your peace. Bradley.
Keegan, I told you, I'm not going to let you suck me off. I promise you, there's not going to be a tap in the back of the head. So I'm bored already. Anything else you have, dude? Like, you talk about all the shit you want to.
You say that you're a man of your word, but you're on the back. Why not back to your
Okay, wait. Are you gentlemen trying to reach a resolution? Like,
no, I don't.
I think we should just let them go.
They're trying to get a reach around.
What I want to know is whether or not Brad.
Hold on. This stuttering fucking idiot with
Brad is a troll, just as I am. I think that we need to acknowledge this.
So again, we're gonna sit here and listen to Keegan cry his entire time while he's going.
Be
so
a man of
I'm bored.
your word.
We'll do another fun room. Keegan can have his like fucking whatever you want to go win or whatever poll he's got. He's like sliding up and down on. But that's about it. I mean, Keegan, you got packed up like, 15 times today? You lose. I'm sorry you're not man enough to stand next to me. You can't even sit in my fucking shadow. You are
Brad, you're not a man. Brad, that's the thing.
Nothing.
You're not a man. You're my dad's age.
You are nothing. I don't care. I'll bend your dad over too. I don't really fucking care.
I hope I don't end up like
your dad can join the fucking video. We'll have that one
right now.
Since it's your fucking.
I'll tell you right now. I hope I don't end up like you.
I will.
I think God, you're not my dad. I can't believe you have daughters my age.
No, I cannot
believe
it's been a lot of fun, but again, as Craig can attest,
are you out of breath already? Are you out of breath?
And I'm already bored.
Right now, what are you doing? You took a phone call.
Well, the people wanted a Keegan and Brad bang fest on the stage. I don't think it's going to happen. Brad is tapping out. He said he's done.
No one's going to reach a resolution today. I know no one wants my advice, but if I can say in parting, can we leave the babies out of the war? Can we leave the children out of the clubhouse sparring? Keegan?
Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's just that I want people who are not trolls, who take themselves serious on this app. I say no one should take themselves serious. This app isn't serious. There's 4 rooms in Clubhouse. It's race, politics, religion, and drama. That's it. That is all the rooms. Oh, I guess you could also add like the sex debate, right? It's women versus men. So there's 5 rooms on this app, and everyone wants to act like they're so serious. When we're all trolls, we all joke around. But Brad, for some reason, says, I'm a man of my word. And then when I try to say, well, then did you say that? No, I didn't say that. I said it was OnlyFans. Well, then I play the clip. Oh, that doesn't matter. And then it's on top of that is, well, you've also made bets on this app, man, and you've never paid up on them. You're not a man of your word. You're my dad's age. You have no integrity. You have no virtue. You have no good morals. You yell at me for being a racist. I got a clip of Brad saying the N-word hard R. Guess what? No one has a clip of me saying that. No one has a clip. I'm the most racist man on this app, allegedly, but no one has a clip of me saying the N-word. Guess what I have? Another clip of Brad saying the N-word. Everyone, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is so dumb that Brad wants to act like a serious man, call me out for being a man of God because I troll, and then, again, he has nothing to stand on. He has nothing to stand on.
So let me say this.
Oh, sorry, Craig.
Yeah, Keegan, what we're not going to do is you're not going to sit here and act like you never hosted racist-ass spaces, bro. I've literally sat in those spaces, and the only reason why there's no audio of you is because a person like me doesn't run content no more. Otherwise, I would have ran content on you holding racist spaces. I've literally sat in your spaces, so I think it's funny. You can host racist spaces, but you want to draw the line when your kid gets talked about. and that's why I stamped fake outrage on this app. Right? Because that's fake. How can you sit here and host spaces about black people being poor, black people being this and that, but then you want to draw the line when your kid gets talked about? Now, I noticed one thing you didn't call out is the fact that you spoke on other people's kids. You spoke on Shai-Shai's kids. You spoke on Jazzy's kids. You spoke on all these other women's kids as well. So how is it that you are the quote-unquote, because you're Christian, right? So am I. So how is it that you are the quote-unquote Jesus Christ of this app, but now all of a sudden, you know, when your kid gets talked about, then it's the whole app needs to shut down for Brad. Well, my whole thing is this, man. As men, you're talking about as a man that doesn't stand on business. Well, I think it's kind of crazy for you to be a father, get your kid talked about, and you don't want to go stand on business behind your child. I think you making a room on Clubhouse talking about how a man talked about your child is probably one of the most pussiest things you can do. I think if a man talked about your child, you need to go handle that man in person. See, that's how you're going to show your child that you're really a man. See, you showing your child that, oh, hey, if someone talks about you, get on the internet and trauma dump and bleed about it. That's not how you show your kid how you're a man. Show your kid that you're a man by actually standing on business. Just like how quote unquote Brad didn't stand on business over what he said. You're not standing on business over what he quote unquote said to your child either. So if you don't got to stand on business, why should you?
Craig, but here's the thing. I'm not mad that he said that. That's not the point. My point is that he's now lying that he said that. My point is that he's lying about that he doesn't owe someone $1,000. My point is that he says he's a man of his word, but he won't even own up to what he says, right? I own up to what I say. I've said things about people's kids. I've said, and guess what though? I sit on stage with Shy. I sit on stage with Jazzy. Why? Hey, I've come back. I said, hey man, that was a little bit too far. I should not have said that. Right now, have I ever said something egregious like that? No. But I think I've said I've called them out for being bad mothers. But and again, maybe that was when I didn't know them that well. It doesn't matter. I've apologized for it. And I've also stand on business. I'd say I have said those things. Everyone's missing the point here. Brad doesn't even care, doesn't even want to acknowledge that he said that because he knows what he said was wrong. And he would rather, instead of acknowledging what he said was wrong, say, nah, I would rather not talk about it and say something else. And that's the point, Craig, is that you guys are defending a man who won't even stand on business. Like you say, black people are always about stand on business, man. Stand on business. Brad doesn't stand on business. Brad doesn't even, he's not a man of his word. Diageo said, pull up. Diageo said, let's go to Tennessee. Diageo said, let's go to Texas. Guess what Brad said? No,
increasing their expectation of what everybody should be doing?
No, this one time black people. I said black people like to say stand on business. Craig just said stand on business.
Well, you just said earlier that you didn't say anything racist, but now you just said, "Oh, everybody knows I just said something racist." Yep, and the replays is on, so I'm glad you said that. Trick bag. We did it, Joe.
I said that. Brad
I don't even like Kamala Harris, but we did it.
Brad says, Brad says Keegan is a huge racist on this app. He's so racist. He's an anti-Semite. I never said I was that.
Well, he talked about your daughter. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, bro? I'm just being real. Who cares if your 2-year-old daughter got talked about? Are you gonna do something about it? No, I don't care. I don't care if you. Look. I'll say this. Brad is wrong for talking about your child. Now, what are you gonna do? Brad is wrong for talking about your child. Are you going to go do something about it? No, you're not. You're going to continue to sit in this room. You're going to continue to gather sympathy. You're not going to do shit about Brad. I'm telling you that. Brad talked about your daughter, and you're sitting here bleeding to a bunch of people that don't even care about your daughter either. No. You are wanting sympathy, and then you're trying to push a lie, saying, "Oh, he said he's gonna fuck a 2-year-old." When literally in the clip, it literally said he's gonna fuck your 18-year-old daughter. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that because there's women that say they're gonna fuck your dad and all this shit too. It doesn't matter, bro. It's all the same shit.
Gentlemen, the audience can't hear if y'all are both talking over each other. It's hard to hear everybody at the same time. So. I know we want to bang out, but
I mean, it's just he just sat here and went on a whole rant that wasn't even true. Like literally, when Brad was in this room, he did not say none of this. But now that Brad's not in the room, now he could try to push a rhetoric lie. Like, and that's why it's just like, bro, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna be a real man, to stand on what it is. You didn't want your daughter talked about. I literally been hearing you talk about. He talked about my daughter. He talked about my daughter. He talked about my daughter. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's all I'm saying. What are you going to do about your daughter getting talked about? We've heard you literally rant for the last hour about your daughter getting talked about. What is next? What is the next point of action? Is it just you complaining? Bro, no, you said it.
I don't have an issue with what, I have an issue, of course. I think it was disrespectful and egregious and whatever. My point is that Brad's not a man of his word. Brad doesn't stand on business the way that you say he does.
But you didn't stand on business either.
I'm not denying anything I've said.
You just said that you didn't say nothing racist until I came up on the stage and called it out. You just said there's no clips of me saying the N-word. There's no clips of me saying anything racist, but there's clips of him saying something racist. The replays is on. I'm going to do my own recap. Just know, I'm going to do my own recap after this, bro. I'm going to really take this shit to the dark side, and I'm going to really give the smoke because you're lying. And I'm glad the replays is on.
Craig, what I said.
And you better not have them, and you better not ask the mods to boom the replay. You better not.
I don't better not. Craig, what I said, and I made sure to say it. No one has a clip of me saying the N-word. Why?
I've heard you say the N-word. The only reason why there's not a clip is because I didn't record you. I stopped running content. That's why. And that's why. And trust me, like, I ain't got no issue with Pepe right now, but even when Pepe said the N-word, Pepe will tell you, I ran content on him saying the N-word. Again, you came at the time period where I retired. You came at the time period that I retired. So that's the only reason why there's no clips. Trust me, if I was in my prime still, I would have had all types of clips on you, bro. You're just a non-factor. You literally said the N-word. You said racist shit. You've held racist groups. You've done all of that. So don't sit here and lie and say that you've never done none of that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The replays is on. And that's what, how much money you want to bet how much money you want to bet? You just said that. How much money you want to bet? You just said that Brad says the N-word, Brad says racist shit, and you literally don't. How much you want to bet? You just said that out your mouth.
I'll bet $1,000.
Okay. All right. Remember that. Yep. Because remember that. You said that you didn't say nothing racist or anything of the nature.
$1,000.
Okay. That's what I'm betting. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Because trust me, I'm not finna run like Brad. I'm finna stand in the paint, nigga. I'm not one of that. I'm not like that.
You better pay a family.
Because guess what? Your daughter got talked about and you ain't did shit about it. You're your biggest pussy of all.
The fuck? And guess what? When your daughter turns 18, I'm gonna fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Now what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Now what you gonna do? I'm gonna fuck that bitch too, and I'm gonna throw up the set when I'm begging that pussy, nigga, on 30 crib. Now what you finna do?
Okay, hold on.
Nothing. You're not gonna do shit but keep sit in this room and bleed out your fucking pussy. That's all you're gonna do. You're not gonna do shit.
Hold on. Just hold on. Okay.
Hey, am I running the timer again? Because I gave up on that. Are we going back to?
I don't think we have a timer.
Yeah, I think it's wide open now, right?
Yeah, the main attraction has ended between Keegan and Brad. Now this is the after show, the unexpected, surprising after show between Keegan and Craig.
This turned out way better than the Brad situation.
I mean, yeah, Brad tapped out. Keegan, would you like me to give you the mod badge yet now? Because there's an after party happening in the muff.
Good.
So I'm going to go hit up the Brad and Keegan after party in the muff. Allegedly, that's happening right now. I saw it in the hallway. So would you like the mod badge?
There's a Brad and Keegan after party in somebody's muff.
Craig, I
This
want
is
to make
crazy.
this. Craig left. Of course you left. Do you know what's interesting is that $1,000. Everyone was here. What?
Oh, I'm going to my own. It's my after party. I'm going to my own after party.
Yeah, but see, that's that shit you talk about, right? Who the fuck is gonna run from a pale-faced faggot like you? You bleach roach? Niggas don't give a fuck about you. You can't even stand in the sun for more than 5 minutes. You pussy-ass light-skinned bitch. I will literally walk up to you and slap the fucking faggot out of you and make you a real black man. I will literally beat your fucking pussy-ass black and blue. Fuck you talking about, you motherfucking bleach monkey. You motherfucking pale-skinned bitch. Fuck you talking about. Bitch, you can't stay in a fucking pen with nobody. You sat here and fucking bleed about motherfucking Brad fucking your daughter. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck your daughter when that bitch turns 18. I'm telling you right now to your pussy ass face, when that bitch, the second she turns 18, I'm gonna put black ass dick in that bitch.
He needs a moment.
For the record, I lied. The after party is not in the muff, so I would tell you. Sorry. I'm just kind of
I'm going to bring him back up in a moment. He needs a moment. He's big miking. He needs a moment. Craig, I just want to make this clear because I do like a good bet. I want to make this clear. You said that I said that I've never said racist things. I want to make that very, very clear, everyone. Not that I said the N-word, because that's what I said. I said I've never said the N-word. You're never going to see a clip of me saying the N-word. He says that I said you're never going to get a clip of me saying something racist. And that's for $1,000, everyone. I'm a married man. I need that money. I need that money. It would help out my family. I'm a poor white. I need money. I'm a poor white, but Craig can come back up if he wants to come back up. But yeah, I mean, listen, Craig is weirdly
Bitch, you're mad because I packed your faggot ass up. You're a bitch and I really beat the faggot out you. You already know that shit, nigga. You're not a married man. You're a fucking pussy, nigga. I fuck your wife and your daughter, nigga. You ain't finna do shit. You're a pussy as fuck. You're a pussy as fuck. You're a bitch. And who the fuck is afraid of you? Nobody. I'm gonna give you my role, nigga.
Wait, Keegan.
No, so here's what it is. I'm gonna give him the low. 4211 Seabreeze Drive, Decatur, California. Decatur, nigga. Please pull up. I'm gonna stand your ground state, and I'm a fucking heavy. I will smoke you and your wife in front of your daughter, nigga. You're completely pussy, nigga. You're bending over, and you took a picture getting bent over, nigga. You're a faggot. You like to get bent over by your fucking wife, nigga. Let's talk about it.
Now, Craig, hold on. I only moved you to the audience just so I can say something. Okay? I don't want no smoke with Craig. Craig, I understand you'll pull up. You have shooters, allegedly. I want no smoke. I only moved you to the audience just to give Keegan that point. He does not want smoke with Craig. Now, Craig, I'm going to invite you back up. We're cool. I don't want no smoke with Craig. Keegan, I would tread lightly with this guy.
Well, no, listen, I don't know why Craig is going out. Craig's defending Brett, I guess. I'm just telling Craig, Brett doesn't stand on business. And now you're saying that I've said some really racist stuff, which I'm not even denying. I've done racist rooms. I've said stereotypes.
Bitch, you did deny it. You sat here and said that you didn't say nothing racist. You sat here and fucking said you didn't say nothing racist until I called your faggot ass out. Don't say shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fuck you and your wife. I'm gonna take that $1,000 and I'm gonna fuck your wife with it. See, this is what I'm talking about. You ran room talking about how white supremacy was so beneficial. What the fuck are you begging for $1,000? You're a poor ass, faggot ass white man with a fucking broken asshole and a broken family and a fucking fucked up wife. Fuck you talking about? Your wife fucked you in the ass, nigga. You sit around and watch black men fuck your wife. You're the big fucking cock of all. And like I said, I'm gonna have you watch me fuck your daughter when that bitch turns 18. I'm telling you this right now. You're not gonna do shit with me. All you're gonna do is fucking cry like a bitch. You've been crying about Brad. Oh, Brad talked about my...
They dropped him.
Thank you. Firstly, NY, I think you've been doing a very good job moderating something very difficult. What I don't understand is why Cray was given more than 15 seconds. And by the way, I've never heard him speak before. I have no idea who he is. I don't know who his friends and enemies are on Clubhouse, if he has any. But what I heard, I don't think adds a constructive value to this room. I heard a man, presumably he's a man, I'm not being gender or whatever. I heard someone yelling. I heard someone insulting. I heard someone talking about fucking family members, other family members in the ass. I know he was allowed to speak for 60 seconds, maybe 90. Personally, if I was moderating, and again, it's just my opinion, I wouldn't have allowed that to go on for more than 15 seconds because I don't see how it added any value whatsoever to the conversation.
Can I answer that really quick? So I was running a timer. We're not running a timer anymore. So that answered the first part of your question. That's why he was allowed to speak so long. And the second part of your question about being constructive, I think if you've been here long enough, you will know that nothing constructive is happening right now.
And not only that, the people felt a little let down. They didn't get the battle of the great mighty white man on the stage between Keegan and Brad. And so the after show was Keegan and Cray unexpectedly. And y'all don't know Cray. Cray is the king of Crash House. Cray, again, I want no smoke. I say that respectfully, sir. So here we are. I didn't move you down, Cray.
Well, listen, I moved Cray down because Cray is getting a little aggressive. He's crashing out, which is weird. I've literally never had smoked with Cray until I guess today. And we've got $1,000. Everyone's here. It's on replay. I'm excited to listen back to see who owes the money. Pretty anxious about it. Not really. It was a great bet, easy bet for me. But my point is that Cray's saying, you're over here whining. You're whining about all this stuff. No, I'm not. My point is that Brad says that he's a man of his word. And I'm calling him out, saying he's not. I'm making the claim. You guys, and at fair point, everyone's like, well, you're saying that he wants to bang your daughter. He does want to bang my daughter. Now, he said when she turns 18. To you guys are like, that doesn't really... And whatever I've said about people's kids, which, again, has not really been about the kids, but about the parents, other children. But because I say you're a bad parent, people say you bring children into the... Not really. I'm just saying you're a bad mom. But I have said
if we can give space to the main attraction of Clubhouse, one of my favorite new cast of characters on this app, the leading star of Clown House, Congressman, please, you have the mic, sir.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt Congressman.
I don't know if anybody here actually has an undergrad or a graduate degree, but spent years sitting in a classroom, reading, writing, researching, listening to a professor, taking notes, taking tests. That's called academia or college. This is called Clown University. And if you think that by, defending yourself or attacking another person makes you a better student in Clown University, well, just remember you're a clown. And if you think you're not a clown, I encourage you to go to my YouTube, my Instagram, my Clown House, my X account, and listen to yourself talking about what you talk about if you're unaware of what.
I get it.
Oh, why would you that?
I have a question, Keegan. Brad would like to speak to you in the other room where other people would like to talk as well. Are you willing to come migrate rooms?
No, Jazzy, this is weird.
She's trying. Weird. Most people would like, Jazzy, you know what you're doing is not cool.
Yeah, you're being.
First of all, I know you saw them begging me in the chat to open the room. Miss Nye, did you not see them begging me to open the room? I didn't want to open the fucking room.
If they say to jump off the cliff,
and then you told me to shut. You told me to shut up, and that really just ignited the fire for me to go open the room.
Wait,
I didn't want to open the room.
I didn't tell you to shut up.
Keegan did.
I saw the calls for you guys to open up another room.
I didn't want to do that.
And I even suggested that maybe we mod the two women that folks were saying that they should hold the space. Keegan said no. And so here we are.
Keegan, would you like to merge rooms in some type of way? But the way you're running your room is too strict for what you're trying to do.
Well, and Jazzy, but here's the thing, Jazzy. You came to the
hurry
room.
up! Stop with the long talking. Say what you got to say quick.
That's why.
Yeah, you kind of would just.
Shut up!
Jazzy.
And if you care about egregiousness, why is Pepe modded? He's the most egregious person on Clubhouse.
No, it's not it.
Man, shut up. You're a fucking loser and a liar. You don't give a fuck what Brad said. You're just mad at Brad.
That's not the point. The point is that Brad doesn't settle business.
Come get your ass packed up in my room.
Brad,
what's the point?
Wait,
what's the point?
Jazzy, you need to. Jazzy.
Why
you need to quit flapping your fucking glaciators, you goddamn hood rat. No, you fucking wildebeest. Don't come up in here acting like a fucking gorilla smashing everything up. Shut the fuck up. Show some decorum.
Hard face. Hey, hard face man, fuck you. You fucking brick face ass crack a bitch. I don't give no fuck about nothing. You're in here trying to pack Brad up, and Brad is in my room waiting on you, bitch.
Okay, I have a
now,
question.
if you want to come over, bring your bitch ass on. And if you're not gonna come, bitch, stay your funky ass right the fuck here. I don't give a fuck. Now fuck off.
Why don't you go pack up that yeast infected fucking pussy?
A little bit, Jazzy. You just came in the room to say all those things. But Jasmine's mad, and I don't know why. Jasmine's mad that I went into her room this morning, and all I said was, "Hey, I'm making a room at 3 p.m."